G'day guys, my name's Josh, you can call me Zwoodle, and welcome back to 7 Days to Die, where we are back in Zwoodle Park in my underground horde base, ready to make a couple of upgrades. This has been a bit of a project over a couple of videos now, to varying degrees of success, but we've got to the point now where it really is about as good as it's going to be. The zombies fall from the roof of the world down to bedrock, super easily, super reliably, with my bedrock dropper up here, plus I have a zombie-proof entryway at the back of the base for me to get into that the zombies can't. This is the simplest thing I've ever built in my life. I'm still stoked about that, but we have to press on because there's one more thing I want to add to this base just to make it a little bit more Muppet-proof going forward. When the zombies are hungry, I need to make sure I don't even give them the slightest of sniffs. And it comes down to this bit in here. The zombies crawl, get sliced up by the blow trap nice and easily. There's electric fences, there's dart traps. It's all going bloody swimmingly behind the little red bricks over here, but I need to make sure that if I'm going to try and like AFK this almost, if I want that blade trap to do most of the work, I need to make sure that when zombies do manage to pile up and push their spaghettified bodies through, that I'm not going to have too much of an issue on the other side, which means I need a reset button. I need a way to get the zombies back to like the dropper over here to reset and start again. There's a couple of ways to do that. I've got some ideas, but the first thing I need to do is start breaking stuff. So my idea for the moment, and the reason that I actually made them come back up out of this dropper pit, so setting them down to shoot is all well and good, gives a little bit of damage, but not enough to make a drop pit actually viable anymore. That went away a heckin' long time ago, but the idea is that I want to protect the blade trap, but take advantage of the fact that there's a big gap right down the middle where the zombies aren't going to go. They're going to split like the bloody Red Sea when Noah starts paddling about with his little stick. They're going to split either side, which means that I can take advantage of the fact that there's nothing in the middle. So what I want is to build a little cavity down below. I'm not sure how big it is to be just yet, but I'll do the measurements later on. Just build myself a bit of a cavity underneath to drop the zombies down into. And then the only way for them to get out of that cavity is going to be straight back from whence they came, back to the dropper over here. So that's kind of the idea. How I get them into that pit is a problem for future Josh to figure out. I hope he's up to the challenge. But if I push them into there, they'll run back out, back up the stairs, and back into the blade trap again to kind of just get a cycle of destruction going. Didn't take long, and I've got a nice little window here. It's all just concrete at the moment. I am a little bit concerned. So zombies going to destroy everything mode, they get annoyed when you hurt their knees even a little bit because apparently all their cartilage is gone. So when they fall, they get cranky and they start beating on shit. And I don't want them to dig through this wall. I punched the microphone, sorry about that. I do that quite often actually. To beat through that wall to get to where I'm standing up here. This red line is my horde night fighting spot. I can stand here, repair the blade trap, rinse zombies if I so desire. This is the golden measure. So if they come up from underneath, I'm a little bit in trouble. I'm not particularly thrilled about that. But if I can keep them from doing any massive damage down below, I'll be okay. But how do I get them down here in the first place? Because I want to have my cake and eat it too. I want to have them up the top for long enough for me to kill them, but also be able to send them down below on demand. Because I was thinking maybe having like a trap door that, like with the garage doors, I could pull away and they'd fall down below that way. But if I want to push them in the middle, maybe I could use the same garage doors, but have it come out from the side and kind of like go like that one. Kind of like pincers, because it'll push them across. They're only crawling anyway, they have nowhere to go. It'll push them into the middle so they can only fall down. That might work. That might be a good option, actually. So the ones I need are the garage door powered so that I can have like a button or a switch or something, or even like a tripwire up against the barrier. So when they do actually make it all the way there, it'll automatically drop them down and reset them. So I can actually not have to think about it at all. That's not a terrible idea because thinking, not my strong suit. But the power doors are the ones that I need. I've forgotten which way you go by default. I think it's like away from me. I think actually, hang on, let's get rid of you. So you are, there's a close side and a far side. So that's on the far side of the way. There's not much to tell the difference between them. I promise you. We'll quickly wire up you. Might even just quickly wire from that one to this one. Can you turn on, please? Oh, I turned my power off. Hold on a second. You on. You need the, what should we call it? The tripwire. So you go away from me. Gotcha. Okay, I can work with that. I can very easily work with that. Oh, I just realized this might cause a problem with my electric fences because they're all on that level and I need the door to open and then push out that horizontal movement, which is like one of the few blocks in the game that has horizontal movement. It's why the garage doors are so valuable, at least to people who build bases like I do anyway. But if I need to move the horizontal, I need to go like from here that way, which means I need to get rid of these blocks here, which is where all my electric fences are attached to. Well, it's an unfortunate turn of events, but sacrifices have to be made for the greater good. The greater good. We've got to get this sorted. So I think I've got my measurement bang on the nipple. Where are we? That's right against the edge. So that's... How wide are you actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive, but I also built the slot the right length for a door. So what do I need then? In fact, how far do you actually push out? I'll whack one of you down real quick and just go straight from you. You got power all the way to this one. Is that... No, that doesn't work. Okay, I can't wire it from there. I take it all back. You, can I reach? No, not quite. I might need to run some power out there just specifically for the door. This has been a little bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Oh, I forgot I had a secret battery bank hidden behind the wall that runs my vault hatch stair thing over here. I'll quickly chuck you down there though. Okay, so that's my marker and I'll wire you up to the door. And you reach out to here. So that's what? 2.5 blocks almost? Okay, that's doable. More importantly, on the same level as the top of those garage doors. Why I had to get rid of the electric fences. So if you're pushing 2.5, I could have you reach all the way out and kind of overlap the middle here. Probably not a bad idea. Because otherwise, if I'd only go like halfway through that block, maybe they'll still have a way to stand up on top of it. Or, ooh, maybe... Alright, we're kind of reaching here and potentially ruining... Stop it. Ruining everything, but we'll figure it out. We turn you off, though. No, wrong one. I wanted to turn off the dart traps. You turn off. So if I get rid of all of this, and I put in a half block along the side, there's less area for zombies to grip onto, and it's easier for me to push them off. Make sense? It may not actually work, but the theory's solid. Yeah, look, I'm not sure how I feel about that. That's pretty narrow. Is there like a 3/4 block? Oh, actually, there is one. I might use you. Mostly because you got the 3/4 block up the top, but also because you do kind of slope down and away underneath, which just kind of gets the rest of your blocky goodness out of the way of the zombies, which seems like a good idea to me. Quickly whip up a cheeky little ledge like you. It's a little thicker, and hey, thick thighs save lives, so thick ledges might end lives. Go like that all the way along then. That looks much more walkable. Almost goes all the way, but not quite. I think that's the best option. I've dug a bit of a trench where the electric fences used to be. I do like having the electric fences. I can try and put them back. Fortunately, I should be able to do it pretty easily by just running electric fences along here rather than sticking out of the wall. That shouldn't be that much of a problem. But I think that trench should be just deep enough. Looks pretty close, actually. I'm not too upset with that. Give me an extra switch so I can just have something to power this thing without too much turmoil. Chuck you up to them. You to that one. Then that one to you. First of all, are you going to go the correct way? And second of all, are you at the right height? On. Oh, look at that. It's a bee's dick. An utter fuzzy phallus away from being the right level. I also built you one block too far away this way, I think. Or you just... No, you're just one block too long. That's fine. I can sort you out nice and quickly. No whackers, knackers. Chuck you in and get rid of your rampy friends. So, okay, you do go the right way, but you have to be one block further up. Although then, you're going to be at like the top level there. And you might collide with the blade trap. I don't know how this is going to go. Oh, well, only one way to find out. Quickly turn you off and good at turning things off. And then whip you up one more level. We'll see how we go. This might be all kind of like dead in the water before it begins, but we'll see. In you go like that. You go to that one. Give us a gander. Oh, I mean, potentially, it's still in the bracket where the zombies will be running. That may work, you know. That may actually be viable. Really importantly as well, because you got to be able to, like, cordon off your areas. You can chuck your blocks back in there. So, to the naked eye, that garage door comes out of nowhere. You can't see it from here. It's nice and secluded away, protected from the zombies' wrath. but when you need to, bam, comes out, bonks a couple of noggins, send them down the chute to start again. I am mildly confident about that. That might actually work out. We'll chuck the other door in, see how it goes. Well, I have built you one block too close, though. You've done the thing I didn't want you to do, and you've actually gone all the way across, but fuck it. If it works, it works. That's looking great. I bloody love these garage doors. They're so good. They're so handy for so many things. But now that I have you all in place, I can actually get rid of you. So that's what I want. They go out and then come back again so quickly, which is super bloody handy. I'm going to need... Actually, I'll wait on the electric fence until everything else is done. I am going to need some tripwires, though, because I think that's the best way to do it, yeah? Like, they get all the way to the front up here, and rather than me having to worry about it, I just chuck in a tripwire across here. If they reach this point, they get bonked, sent back down from whence they can. I can kill one or two hanging out in this ledge over here, but, like, the main body of the zombies that are coming up behind, that'll be all good to go. I wouldn't mind having like a emergency button, like I can tap a button and drop them down should I need to. That's maybe not a terrible idea. How could I do that though? Now we'll just go to the tripwire for now and see how it works out. I think we're about ready to go. Got my tripwire across here. The blade traps are off, the electric fences aren't going, so that's all fine. So they'll come up, crawl through the tunnel, and when they tickle this... No? Oh, wait, Josh, you utter galah. Probably helps if you actually wire your shit up if you want them to do anything. Not your best moment there, Chief. Either way, they come over. They get pushed down and start again. Alright, I reckon we're about ready to give it a whirl. Let's get a bunch of Arlene's. That'll do nicely. Quickly whip on back to my little starting position. Fire the gun, get them coming this way. Going up the stairs. There you go. Come over here and crawl towards me. It's been a little while since I said that to you, Arlene, hasn't it? Either way, the offer still stands. Come over, crawling through. Tickle that. Oh, they crawl too low. They crawl too low for it. Look, it goes straight over their heads like it's a funny fucking joke. Oh, there we go. We've returned Arlene back to her natural habitat, it seems. Okay. That is not what I wanted out of that. So maybe I can't bonk them. Maybe I can't push them down. Maybe I can just remove the flooring from under them. Kind of the original idea I had. Because if they're crawling and ducking underneath the problem... Huh. Alright, well, you know, fair play to you, know. Not everything can go my way all the time. I'll just change it around a little bit. Drop the doors one more block. Change over the ramps out here so they think they can walk. They can't actually. And then they'll drop down from underneath them like they're having a rug put out from underneath. Easy. It does mean that I have to get rid of my sweet little slopey friends there, which makes me weirdly emotional. Not sure why. I got myself attached to an inanimate block. Not sure how I managed to do that, but either way, I reckon... I mean, we know what works for this, right? We know, not the narrows, the wedge tips. We know that wedge tips, for a long time now, have been the best thing ever for zombie pathing tricks. So we'll chuck you in like that. Although, you can grip onto you now, can't you? See, it worked when I had, like, oh, God. I might have to really narrowfy? That's definitely not a word. But I might have to narrowfy my little death tunnel here. No, because then there's not enough space for the blade trap. The blade trap only works because it's 3 wide. Okay, how about instead of you, because they got rid of the wedge tip trick a long time ago, let's go like this one. Let's see if this will work as a zombie pathway. I'm not sure, but it's worth a crack. If it doesn't, I have to find something else. This might have thrown a spanner in the works. This whole idea might be about as useful as a cow's opinion. Chuck in those doors back into their rightful slots, down into them. So the way this works, if you haven't seen one of these things before, yeah, fuck it, that'll do. The way this works is that the doors will open and go together like they were and actually give the zombies a path. In the zombies' minds, they're thinking they're running across the slopes here. But in actuality, they're running across the doors. Take the doors away, they then don't have any surface to stand on because that's all nice and slippery, and they slide down, back down to there to start all over again. That's the theory. Did you all go the right way? You've gone the right way. You've gone the wrong way. Hold on a jiffy then. I hate these doors. I mean, I love these doors, but I hate that there's no way to tell which way they're bloody going half the time. Makes placing and getting them right so much more difficult than it needs to be. Damn it! All right, let's try this one. We'll go from you. I mean, it's like a USB port. You're going to go in one way, but you try it 3 times either. Wrong, wrong, and then right for some bloody reason. Honestly, put like an arrow or something on the door so I can tell which way they're going to go up and away from me or towards me or something. Oh, you're on the wrong level. Damn it! I just can't catch a break right now. You're at the right level this time. You should be. That one to that one. There we go. See, so they now have a nice, easy path to go. This might cause some problems with their crawling, but we'll see if, what happens there. Arlene, I need you to just come over and have a bit of a gander at it for me. Get a couple of you. Should be nice and willing to come over and play my little hole. Come on, this way. I see you down there faffing about. So far, so good. Their pathing seems to be working. The crawling seems to be working. Although they're trying to get through to the side. All right, fair enough then. If I could go like this, though. Turn off that. They then drop down. Quickly murder you. Check your pockets for gubs. There's a bunch of lints. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are you guys not... Can you go back the other way, please? I want you breaking my bloody blocks, you muppets. Oh, okay. They were in destroy area mode. Though they're no longer. Huh. That is a problem. The problem I have now is that if I want to run this tripwire, like I can tickle it and the doors will open, which works well for like the bumper car idea, but not when I need it to be a platform 99% of the time and only disappear when I actually want them to. So, what about, was it always an instant? So then if I tickle you, you're now always powered, you're on forever. But if I tickle you again, no, it doesn't reset. Shit. I think there was a way to do this. I just can't remember what it was. Crap. Alright, guys, I don't remember. Someone send help. I don't remember. I did it once before. I know I've built this thing before. Was it Alpha 19? I think it was. Or maybe even very early days, Alpha 20, where there was like a zombie repeatable base. I think it was a combination of a tripwire and a motion sensor. Those wired together could get like the repeatable effect where one of them would sense a new zombie and immediately drop the thing. But I don't remember how that actually works. Shit. Is it even worth me trying to push for the tripwire or just go something manual, like have a button or a switch or something here? Like put like a pressure sensor back here so I can take a step back, it'll drop the thing and go again? I hate knowing I've fixed this, I've found the solution before, and now I just don't bleed and remember. Oh my god, I think I figured it out. I knew it was a camera and a tripwire at the same time, but it has to be wired in a very specific order. So real quick, this is wired, well, from the battery bank to that switch. That switch then runs to that tripwire all the way to the other side, and that is set on always an instant. Then we go from the tripwire. I know this seems daft and like really boring, but it's very important to wire this right or else it doesn't work. So from that tripwire up to the camera, which is set to instant and triggered and facing basically at that little window there. So when the zombie show up, gets to the front, the camera will see and it will reset the circuit. At the moment it's set to see me, so doors are closed, pretend I'm a zombie. Bleh, zombie Josh, show up. Camera sees me. Almost. Damn it. Almost. It stays, like the camera sees me and they stay closed. But when the zombie disappears is when it resets. Maybe you need to be always. And hang on a second. And then you need to be instant. Is that going to work for me? Triggered. Okay. So you see me. Doors closed, and then tickle you. It seems to work. All right, we'll set you to Zombarinis and see how we go. Like Zoombeanies, but half dead. All right, let's give that a crack. I actually think before I do this, I think it's probably wise to have this set to everyone so that I can stand in front of it. Like if I'm gonna be standing here fighting the horde, I want the doors closed, right? And it's still gonna do that regardless of the camera seeing me. So I might actually leave that targeting me as well. And then you, give me a bunch of Arlene's. Cheers, big ears. Yeah, see, if I'm not standing in the camera, then the doors go away. All right, makes sense. I can walk over. Camera sees me. Doors close. We're horde ready. Get the zombies coming my way. So I just want to see if they go all the way to the front and tickle this wire. Will that do the same job for me? Come on. Where the shit are you going, Arlene? I'm over this way. You got a free buffet over here full of ice cream pancakes and like, nah. That was weird. That didn't work quite the way I wanted it to. You're having a bit of a time. Come on, Arlene. Walk this way like you're a very catchy song. Guys, we're having some problems. Things are not going quite the way I thought they were going to go. This is not exactly what I wanted. Yes, here we go. Come on. Come on. Reach, Arlene. Stop tickling each other and tickle this wire instead. There you go. No. No, it's not doing it. Shit. We'll just chalk this one down to proof that not everything that I build always works for me immediately. All my good luck building that zombie-proof underground base entry the other day has used my good fortune. Now I have to actually work hard for things, and I'm lazy as shit, so I'm not super thrilled about that. But these blocks down here aren't a viable option. Some of them made it across, but it wasn't reliable. So I guess they don't think they can path across that. What can I use instead? Maybe I'll try the wedge chips. Maybe it will work. Maybe I was right the first time. And potentially that little drop they have down from there will be enough just to get to the slide off the end. So we'll give that a crack and see if that works better. Though I'm not confident. Here we go. They're about to enter the tunnel, so we'll see if the wedge chips work. Nope. Nope. No, they don't. No, they don't. Okay. So if wedge chips don't work and narrow wedge chips don't work, I know they path over like center poles, but does that mean if it's in the middle of the block and they're walking across it, then there's not going to be any room for them to fall off? Is there? Unless maybe I chuck the poles on the side? Ah, shit. I don't know. I don't know. I'm forgetting more than I've ever learned about this bloody game. I'm not sure what block is going to work for this anymore. Damn it. I think this is going to have to come down to a choice between like the blade trap and being able to drop them. I don't think I can do both of them because all the tricks I know to get zombies to think they have a path requires a little bit of fandangling, which you can't do in this situation, especially with a crawling base, because the blade is taking up a 3x3 square inside that area where I can't build anything to try and circumvent the problem. So just for now, I'll get rid of you. I'll chuck in the tried and true method of the wedge chips down underneath. You go along like that, and then on top we'll get the half block, because then the zombies think they can run across here, but the space they normally take is taken up by that block. It does narrowify my little corridor up here, but that's all right. Do the same on this side all the way along. Doors are moving and doing all sorts of stuff, but that's all right. So go up to them, grab myself the wedge tip again, and go back down underneath. I hope this works. I hope this. If this doesn't work, I'm in a little bit of trouble. Let's give this a go. Quick go, Arlene's. Get you all right out in front of me. No longer need to like faff about because the blade trap's not there. It just doesn't work with the crawling base. The crawling base is so good and it's so simple. If you start adding any of these extra stuff to it, it just doesn't want to do it anymore. Just like everything else is working perfectly. I tickle you, the doors go away and they all drop down, but they no longer want to run towards me because they no! Of course they can't, because as far as they're concerned, if I get rid of these bloody doors here for a second, there's no space for them in here to crawl through, so they're trying to open a shit! Maybe it's not doable. Maybe I can't do the drop. Like, yes, I could chuck down a Sammy the sledge at the end here, so when they get to the front, they just get bonked. But I wanted to do something a bit more reliable than Sammy. Damn it, I thought I had a solution there. I really bloody did. That is upsetting. Look, I'm not thrilled about it, but there you go. That's the solution I've got. I gotta get rid of all of this stuff so they have a way through. They can come up to the very bloody front and get bonked in the face by Sammy the sledge. But if there's any zombies left out there, could you come and demonstrate for me? Just propped up Sammy. They can now run across. Not even Sammy's working properly. There you go, Sammy. I decided to actually pay attention to what the dick is going on. I have successfully ruined this base. I need to put the blade trap back, need to fill in the gap underneath. You know what, sometimes things don't work out well for me, and I'm going to put my hand up here and say, you know what? I didn't find a solution. I didn't get the fix I wanted to. I tried everything I could. Just didn't work out. That happens sometimes. So sometimes you gotta take that big juicy L. Can't be W's all the time. Well, there you go, guys. On the back of that rather bitter disappointment, I'm not happy about it, but I can't think of a solution that's gonna work without breaking the base that we had. I've already broken most of it, but I can rebuild it, that's fine. But I want this to be a crawling base, because that's super effective and super great. No, wait, stop the video, stop everything, pause, sorry, past Josh, I gotta stop. Yeah, there's a fucking mat on the ground, it's ruined my chair. Sorry, everyone, we gotta pause, because I'm stuck again. Good God, what is going on here? It's all going to shambles. I figured it out. I went away. It's now the next day for me. I went away and I was thinking about this in the shower because I'm such a fucking loser. I was thinking about zombie horde bases while I'm showering. But I figured it out. It was right in front of us the whole time and I was just too much of a fucking larrikin to figure it out before. We can push the zombies in the gap. I know we can, because the problem was we know that the doors here, right? The doors slide in at the top of that block. So if I can get the zombies to walk a little bit lower, they'll get pushed in. Even though they're crawling, it'll bonk them in the side of the chin. So the solution is to not have them run on this level a little bit lower. And they always run in the middle of a block, right? Yeah, right? You're with me? I'm all pumped up and excited about this. So if I get rid of these stupid half blocks along the side, because they weren't working anyway, get rid of them on both sides like that, and I chuck in, I reckon, a regular ass ramp block along the side, because they will always prefer to run through the guts of the block. And if you look at it, the guts of the block is half a block down from where the actual surface of the door is. You see why I'm excited about this? I reckon this will work. I reckon this is gonna be a boonstock of ideas. I'll chuck you in like that. Let's just give you a quick little dry run and see if this is actually gonna work the way that it worked for me in the shower. Come on, Arlene, come up here, please. If this works, I'm gonna be fucking ecstatic. If it doesn't work, well then you'll never bloody see it anyway. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. Get on your knees. Oh, hang on, that definitely works, but the problem was they ran out of the way of the door first. Hang on a second, get rid of you. Come this way, please, and if someone uses me crawling in the right spot for me. There you go. Oh, close. Give you a nudge, and give you a little tickle on those doors again. It totally pushes them around. It does exactly what I want them to do. It works. It works. I'm going to turn off those doors for a second so I can work on this in peace. So I just need a way to keep the zombies in the jaws of the doors. The jaws doors, which I think is going to mean I have to get you real fast. Change you over to a pole again. Was that one, wasn't it? Quickly chuck you down on your side, but on the far side of it this time so they stay where the doors can reach them. Just like that. I mean, I could move like the tripwire further away, I suppose, but it's not a particularly bad idea. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll get rid of you. I'll get rid of you, and I'll just move everything along. I need some new tripwires, though. Oh, man. I can't believe I faffed about for so long yesterday trying to build this thing, and the answer was right in front of me noggin, and I just never bloody figured it out until well after the fact. I'm not sure how them crawling slightly lower is going to affect the blade trap. We'll figure that out in a moment, but right now, get another couple of Arlenes in, get them to come up here. I just want to make sure this works. So the pole's going to keep him in reach of the doors. It might take a couple of attempts, like the doors closing or whatever, to push him down. Oh, there goes that one. She managed to survive because he's propped up. Oh, the second one got pushed down as well. So yeah, it's catch you bloody later, love. It's definitely working. So good. The only downside is, like, right up on the lip here, they're propped up a little bit and managed to miss the doors. Just like that. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. I'll try one other thing. Maybe potentially running like a 1/8 block or something. So still down to that lower half a level. But I think I need something as wide as what this ramp's are to get it to work properly. I don't know. Either way, that is progress and I'm stoked about it. What about something like this though? The half ramp. Like, it's still in the ramp category. So maybe the same AI pathing stuff is to be copy and pasted over from the regular ramp. I'll try that one. Because then they're already down that lower level. They'll have nothing to stand on when they make it to this far side. So it should be a little bit easier for them to get tripped up and sent packing. Chuck you all along there. I can only do one side at a time, but this will work fine. Like that. It's pretty low on the, ooh, and it might stop him crawling, but it's worth a try. It might stop him crawling, it might stop him actually triggering the tripwire, but we'll see what happens when they get to the tippy top. Will they crawl? It's like 1.5 blocks now. That may be too much. Come on. I should probably just spawn them at the top so I don't have to wait so long. They still crawl, they still trigger, and they get pushed. Oh, baby. I mean, they kind of get stuck just there. The blocks might be a little bit too wide. We can perfect this, but it's all looking roses at the moment. In fact, did I see? What about that one? Ramp tip offset. It might push them up a little bit. Maybe I can flip it upside down, but it's smaller. Got less of a footprint, but still in the ramp category. Oh, I like it. I like the way we're looking. So I'm looking at this rod. I can chuck it up like that. Or could just whack in a little pylon across there. Just one side so I can test to make sure the pathing works. Grab a couple of Arlene's. Oh, very nice. And because it's a shorter footprint, it pushes them off far easier than before. We can get rid of you, kill all the other Arlene's as well. But they are up a little bit higher. We've got the same problem right at the front here. So what about, now that we know that the pathing applies to this block the way that I want it to, man, I'm getting the fizz. I'm getting the fizz about this. I love it when it all starts coming together. In fact, just that, like, that was the first option it gave me. If I chuck you along there, can I do the same on the other side? Yes, I can. I mean, the block's still the same. It's like using the wedge tips upside down. It's still applying the pathing to the block like normal. But now, it's only as wide as a half block that I was having trouble with before. That might do it. Let's go like that. Let's get a couple of aliens on the other side. Get your AI on. Get across. Alright, catch her later. Triggers the thing. Pushes them down. Very interesting. If you could make your way just under here for me, crawl along and tickle the pipe for me. There we go. Come on. A little bit further. Don't know why you decided to go and destroy everything mode, but it is what it is. I want to see if this one gets pushed off. If just one of them, there you go. And she does too. It's a little bit janky because like halfway along the line I decided to try and beat through the wall, but that's more of a problem me just having a big gap on the other side over here, which we could probably fix by getting rid of you, getting regular ass blocks and just chucking you along like that, removing your option to get through them. And I can just take my eyes off the prize and the zombies get pushed into the chutes. Oh, lads. You love to see a plan come together. Let's whack on the old spinny propeller boy and see if they still get minced and diced until the end. I love it. I love it so much, and they do get hit with the blade trap. Oh, it worked! It fucking worked! Well, it wouldn't be complete unless I painted up the zombie services to be red to match everything else. I can't believe that that was the solution. I almost gave up on it. In fact, I recorded the whole outro to the video before I brutally interrupted myself. A whole outro saying that I had failed, that I didn't get to find a solution I was hoping for. But then at the 11th hour, we've managed to sort it out. So good. I know there's definitely ways to like refine this further and get it to be even smoother again, but just as a proof of concept, I am very happy with this. Let's just skip straight through to a horde. Let's get like a nail gun. Let's get some steel just because we can, because I want to see how it goes. Where's the regular steel? There. Make sure the zombies are actually coming for me, because then like, I shouldn't have to lift a finger. If they get so close to me, they'll get pushed down the bottom. I can just make sure that the blade trap is doing as good as possible. I haven't put the electric fences back in. I'll do that later. What's happening with the zombies, though? Are they coming? Yep, they definitely are. There's the squelch of the zombies outside. I just want to see what happens when multiple zombies come through. And if I even really need to lift a finger. I don't think I do. Oh, they dug the blade trap. That's fine. They can go back from whence they came. Give them a little tickle and push them across. Oh, that's a copper. That's fine, though. Pushing it down the bottom. And they all keep looping back around again. Easy as that. I mean, yeah, the cops are a bit of a problem, but, you know, you might actually have to pay attention to those guys. But other than that, all the other zombies just get sent back from whence they came. Oh, so good. So good. I'm so happy. Even when they get a little bit close to me, they still just get pushed back down again. Oh, I'm happy. I'm so happy with this. So I've left my body over in the shadows over here just for to see how everything pans out, to watch the show without the risk of getting vomited on by an enthusiastic kebab eater. There we go, down there you go. I have got double concrete walls down the bottom as well, so if they do fall and do go to destroy everything mode, it's not that much of a problem. I was gonna say, why isn't that getting triggered? Oh, it's because it's the tripwires work when a zombie leaves the tripwire, not when it hits the tripwire, when it leaves the tripwire. So if it's actually straddling the wire, nothing's really gonna happen. I might have to change that to like a, potentially like a camera or something, just so that they can see the zombie, activate the doors when the zombie drops, it'll go away again. That's a bit annoying actually. I feel like the tripwire should trigger when it gets tripped, not when you leave it. But, I mean, it's working okay. That seems to be okay. So good, though. So happy. Look at it go. It's just a machine. Over and over and over again, happy as. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit worried about that tripwire thing. Potentially like a backlog of zombies. If you weren't fighting, you went full AFK. Like, this is basically an underground AFK horde base at this point. But if you went AFK and it was a backlog of zombies so they couldn't leave the tripwire, I'm worried that it might block up and it wouldn't be able to open the doors. So maybe a camera's better there. But for the moment, it's working fine. Just on a constant loop with no issues whatsoever. We did it. It may have taken us a while in a hot steamy shower, but we found the solution eventually, thank God. So I'm gonna have to leave this episode here. Man, those blocks, I'm so glad I thought of those blocks. I have to leave this episode here and come back and break the game in another episode because this episode is done. So thank you guys for watching. Most of all, thank you to the patrons of the Patreon and Showers who made this episode possible. If you liked it, make sure you hit the like button down below and subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Twitter. If I don't talk to you there first, I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one.